Good afternoon, good afternoon. Failure. A word I wish that we could take out, that we could remove from our spoken language, from our vocab. It's one that is shrouded and entrenched in disappointment, in shame, hey Grace, in guilt, and it's something that can really keep us transfixed and rooted to a place of fear. And it's something that we're really conditioned. It's really something that we're grown up with in the schooling system, that if we take a certain action and we don't pass, we don't meet a certain metric, we fail. And with that becomes a deep sense of, I guess, self-disappointment, non-achievement, lack of self-value, lack of self-worth. And if you've done a few things in your life, from whether you've been in school or sport, relationships that are deemed as failure, it can really hit you for a 6. And I want us to think about, what would the world be like, particularly the Western world? What would it be like if we removed the word failure and the emotions and the negative emotions that go with that? And if we just looked at it instead of, oh hey Scotty, thanks for tuning in, instead of failure, how about we shifted our thinking, we used a bit of mind flex and thought about, it's not failing, it's we've taken action, okay? Because life is all about taking action and being brave and courageous to do that. And then we get a set of results. And from those set of results, we can see if we've been effective or ineffective. And once we can do that, then we can tweak our results. And if that was in relation to schooling, maybe we might need to do some study in a further area to boost up our memory retention, recall. If it was in regards to a relationship, 69% of marriage problems can't be solved, as a friend of mine, Annette Phillips, has said. So, could it be about accepting that? Deb, thanks for tuning in. Wonderful to have you here all the way from NZ. And if we can take that word failure out of our language, it really frees things up, because then we don't see the risk. And once we see risk and we associate action with risk, we retreat, we play small, and we stay back. And what I want you to do is step into the unknown, move forward, and not think about failure. Think of it as action, getting results, and then let's look at those results. Were they effective? Were they ineffective? Not right or wrong, because again, that keeps us stuck in that same paradigm, and it brings up really negative emotions, and it keeps us back. And I want you to expand your thinking, expand your awareness, step into the possibility of what can be done. What can be done? What does your life look like when you're living on purpose, for purpose? What images does it conjure up? What feelings? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you smell? Because this is really possible when we can free ourselves up from that space of fear of rejection, failure, and that perceived risk. Because it's not real. It's not real, okay? It's something that we're conditioned to think about. We're conditioned through school, right or wrong, good or bad, fail, pass. And it really impacts us, and we can really have trouble moving forward in life if we attach an anchor to an action that has been perceived as failing. Does that make sense? Is that making sense to you guys? And it's something that I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about this, because once you do this and you can remove these words, you can really, it's taken me a few years, but it's very free on the other side of that, because you're not ingrained and you're not attached to those outcomes in terms of fail and pass. And I'm trying to talk to my kids about this as well. It's about doing the best that you can do, but not being attached to failing or to passing. Hi Simone, thanks for tuning in. So I hope this is making sense to you. Maybe give me a little wave or a high five or a like or something if this is really making sense. And can you see how we're conditioned? I remember going to a year 2 meeting with Angelina when she was starting, thank you Simone, when she was starting year 2. She's now halfway through year 3, and the year two teachers were older. They'd been teaching there for a very, very long time. And the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up because these teachers were talking, you know, with our babies who were, what age, 7, about right and wrong, and we'll get them to do the right thing and show them what the wrong thing is, that they shouldn't be doing that. And I was like, no, please don't do this to my baby. Please don't do this to my baby. I don't want her to get locked into those thoughts. I want her to look at effective and ineffective, and is she happy? And is she doing what she wants to do in life? And can she express who she really is? Not to this right-wrong paradigm. And I know it's probably a big topic to get on video and talk about, but I really have been feeling the urge to talk about this. And if it can help one of you, 2 of you to think about, okay, it's not really failure, because you're not really failing, but let's look at taking action. Let's take action. Then we get results. And once we've got results, we can see if they've been effective or ineffective. And then we can look at what further action we need to take or what we need to tweak to go out and achieve the results that we really want to do. And obviously this comes to be a very handy tool when we're looking at business decisions and business growth. Yeah. Quick video from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. Feel very blessed to have you here. If you've got any questions or comments, feel free, if you're watching this back, feel free to post them. And if you're feeling really stuck around moving from this paradigm of right, wrong, good, bad, fail, pass, and you'd like to evolve your thinking to the next level, reach out. Let me know. Really, pleasure, Deb. Pleasure. You know, just reach out, because I'm really happy to bounce these things off you and just show you, I guess, you know, where you might be at and then what's possible once we can move past those blocks and barriers. So shoot me a PM, leave a comment, and really happy to have a chat. All right. Ciao, ciao. Bye from me.